Hello, my name is Chris and this is Writing Delight. Today I have a fountain pen from Monteverde here, namely the Monteverde Ritma. Let's take a close look at this fountain pen, what it makes special and of course whether it is good. The Ritma comes in different colors. I have it here in a silver version. In general, the pen is a modern design, straight lined. The aluminium barrel has a matte finish. The cap and the end of the barrel are high gloss. There are no ornaments except for the engraving on the back of the cap. There it says Monteverde USA and Ritma. The finial is concave but unadorned. The shaft end is plain. The cap is plugged and is held in place by magnets. Under the cap we have a small grip section and the black nib. The grip section is screwed. The pen comes with converter already installed. Let's take a look at the engraving and the nib in detail. The engraving is finely and precisely made. The nib is neatly finished. It bears the Monteverde typical decorations. As mentioned before, the cap is held in place by magnets. When opened, it may make a slight popping sound. And when closing, the cap pulls itself close with a click. The pen feels reasonable in the hand. For large hands the grip section is already at the limit, but the step to the barrel is minimal and so the pen can be held without any problems. The length is also good. The cap can be posted, where it also holds on by magnets. The pen then still lies neatly in the hand. Let's move on to the writing test. The Ritma is available here with a medium nib. It glides pleasantly over the paper with minimal feedback. A slight line variance is achievable, but not very great. By the way, I use the robot Oster Great Southern Ocean here. The way the pen lies in the hand and can be written, it is fun to use. Even with large hands, the pen is well durable and also usable. With smaller hands, this should work even better. Let's take a look at the Ritma in comparison. We have it here with the Visconti Homo sapiens, a TWSBI Eco, a Platinum Procyon, a Kaweco Special, and Salami Safari. The Ritma is in the same league here, regardless of whether it's length or width. In the second comparison, the Ritma is here with a Diplomat Aero, a Clio Scriband Classic, an Online Vision, a Hanemühle Bold, and a Pelikan M815. The fountain pen is in a plain style, very straightforward, but not boring. It has a rather timeless design. Without showing off, but also without making itself small. That works. The combination of matte barrel and high gloss decorative elements in a slightly darker tone also works. By the way, the Ritma is available in many, even bold colors. But one thing must also be said clearly here. These decorative elements attract fingerprints almost magically. You can hardly keep up with cleaning if you want to, but it is still an object of daily use, and in that respect they are not too much of a nuisance. One point that irritates me, however, is the cap. It doesn't sit absolutely tight on mine. I can tilt slightly with it, so in the closed state move slightly sideways. But it also depends on how rotated the cap is. That's weird. And I know it's not like that with every Ritma. It is on this one. It doesn't really bother, especially since it's unlikely to be noticeable. When do you treat a pen like that? What I did notice though is that once here the ink dried up a bit after just 2 days. So the fountain pen had trouble starting. I suspect that depending on the cap position here, in conjunction with the tilting, also a little more air got in. But this has only happened once so far, and I've already intentionally left the pen just sitting there for a few days, without it behaving like this. So I don't think this is a general problem. Either something with the cap or coincidence. But I do have to mention it. Even though so, the fountain pen is a pen I like to use. It writes well. It's not perfect in my hands because I have big hands, but it's still good. The cap is great too. This cap is just fun to use and holds up flawlessly as well. What do you guys think of this fountain pen? Do you like the simple design or is it too plain? What do you think of a cap held by a magnet? In any case, I hope you enjoyed this little review. Thanks a lot for watching. Feel free to leave another thumbs up and a subscription. See you next time.